Hey guys, welcome. I'm 40 Ford. In this video, I'm going to clean this K&N Pod filter. It is an oilable, serviceable filter. And then, as you can see, I've got a J1 pod filter adapter for the Fiesta. So I'm going to fit that at a later date, fit it all up. But for today, we're just going to give it a good clean. You're going to need some air filter cleaner from K&N. And this same process will go for serviceable pod filters and panel filters. This stuff seems pretty nasty. It says don't breathe it, don't get it in your eyes, don't get it on your hands. So I've got some rubber gloves. We're gonna give it a good coat, let it all soak for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna rinse it out from the inside out to make sure that all the dirt comes out of it and doesn't sort of get trapped on the inside. And then gonna leave that overnight to dry, and then we're gonna use the oil and we're gonna give it a few coats. You've got to make sure that you get on both sides of the vanes, you'll see all that, and just make sure that the coat is all even. So before we run out of too much daylight, let's get outside, we'll clean this, we'll give it 10, we'll rinse it, we'll probably have to do it a second time, and then tomorrow we'll film the rest and we will oil it up. Oil it up. I've come outside, we'll get to cleaning. We'll just spray some of this cleaner on there. Power Clean, the K&N air filter cleaner. So just make sure you give it a good coat. Make sure you go all the way around. Stuff stinks too. It's not good. And once you've gone all the way around, I'm just going to try and get inside as well and clean it from the inside. Pretty restricted on access there. Don't forget inside the comb bit. And that should be it. You just leave that for about 10 minutes. Just sit it down, let it soak, let it all drain through, and then we'll go and give it a good rinse and repeat the process. So I'm not going to show you the rinsing. You all know how to run it under a tap. And once it's done the second time, I'll show you if it's come out any cleaner, and then we'll leave it for tomorrow. So I haven't lost as much light as I thought, so I'm going to rinse it out and see how much cleaner it comes up. So pretty filthy to begin with. Let's give it a good rinse. Now let's get some more water pressure. You can see all the milky oil, the cleaner coming out of it. So that's good. Don't forget to get the cone inside as well. And the outside too. So you can probably see a lot of the colours coming out of it. Mechanical hold it straight. You can even see some of that water coming out, it's quite muddy. dirty. So, all in all, it's come up a fair bit cleaner. I'm going to do another coat of the oil and give it 10 minutes and then repeat, and then I'll join you back in the morning. Here we are the next day. As you can probably see, we've got some staining. It was pretty cool and wet last night, so it didn't really have a great chance to dry. I've seen other guys use hair dryers and dry them out quicker, so I'd probably suggest doing that if you don't have a nice warm sunny day and you can't dry it out quickly naturally. But anyway, it's had a couple of cleans with the cleaner. It's now fully dry. I've had a look, this is just staining, so you know, hopefully it doesn't affect how the filter works. It shouldn't do. So now we're going to use some of the air filter oil. We're going to give it a coat. We're going to leave it for a bit until it's soaked in, and then we'll give it another coat to even it all up. So let's do it. So try and get both sides of the vanes. So if you go one way, go back the other way. And then give it a turn. What I've done is I've just taped off the chrome. Probably don't need to, but and this is where that K&N colour comes from. Is the oil. And also don't forget to do the inside as well if you've got this cone shaped pod filter. Alright, so we'll just let that drip dry and then we'll come back and hit it with another coat. You can still see the stains through it. I don't think it's really going to affect the performance of the filter. The other important thing is to just do the outside. Being an oil-based filter, especially with a turbocharged car or supercharged, something that's going to really pull the air through, you don't want too much of the oil coming through if you can help it, because it can soak the MAF airflow sensor filter, and yeah, you can run into issues and need to clean your MAF sensor more. Back now, I've been out, given this chance to dry a bit, so we'll come back and do our second coat. Got gloves this time. It's going to be pretty good. You want to make sure that you give it a good coat. You can see where it's dried before, it's still quite light and patchy, even regardless of the stains. And then again, you want to make sure that you give it a good dry before you put it back on your car. You probably won't look at putting this on for a day or so anyway. Probably putting too much on, to be honest. And again, you want to get down in the cone part. Catch all that dirt. Alright, that's it. We'll just leave that to dry a bit now, and then we'll put it back on the car and Bob's your uncle. And there we have it. There's a custom leopard print air filter. Didn't turn out anywhere near as bad as I thought, so anyway, that's going back in the car, and stay tuned for the install video for that one. Thanks guys.